right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Xbox Talks. Give us just a couple more seconds, guys. Join in. We'll get the show started shortly. Hey everyone, welcome to Xbox Talks. For those that are new to the show, this is a podcast exclusively for the Xbox Series X community. Something we wanted to do where you guys come up, talk about your favorite Xbox news of the week, or we'll bring some topics to you guys to come up and talk about. But yeah, this is totally interactive. This show is yours as much as is ours. I see some familiar faces here already. So if anything, let's introduce the hosts. You have Foreman.
Hey everybody, glad to be back after we did miss last week, so there was luckily news is slow this time of year, so we didn't miss that much, but we have some great stuff to catch up on this week, so hello.
Yeah, we got Mikey J. Raven.
Hello.
And we have Anthony Mokoworm.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to talk to you guys. Of course, I am Corkenstein. I had to... per Mikey, I had to pick a name, so it was either Corkenstein or Corkenstein. So I'm gonna sign off on Corkenstein from here on out.
That's it. It's official and locked in, and there's no more debate.
There we go.
And everybody can be at peace now.
yes. I know you guys were losing sleep over it, and I felt awful. But yeah, what are you guys playing this week?
So I'm at the same place I was the last time we talked 2 weeks ago. I've been playing Rogue Legacy 2, but I finally just about through it. I probably got a little sidetracked because it's an easy game where you just kind of get distracted trying the different classes like most roguelikes and playing with the different mechanics. And I like these games because essentially you're trying to break them. You're trying to find a combination of gear and equipment that makes the numbers go goofy and makes it almost unfair where but it's kind of a luck thing where you're going through and that's the draw, I hope I get this item and I can pair it with that item and all of a sudden I'm flying and shooting laser beams and having this amazing playthrough. So that's such a compelling gameplay hook for me. Hades, there's a lot of these games, Slay the Spire, all in kind of a different vein, but the same type of roguelike, I guess, kind of mechanics. And I know some people are getting tired of that, just kind of like tower defense. There's all these genres that kind of get blown up, and then everybody kind of understands the mechanics and gets bored of them. But if you want to look for an example of perfection, I think Rogue Legacy 2 is a great game to check out. So, Mikey, let's throw it over to you. What are you playing?
We haven't talked for 2 weeks, so I've been playing a lot and put a lot down. I finished up House Flipper. Went on that binge.
Galaxy. I know that.
I did beat it.
We
talked about that last week when I said or two weeks ago.
Wait, this is actually kind of a saga, so we should kind of recap this just a little bit because I think it is kind of funny. And I'll set it up. A few weeks ago, we were kind of joking around, and Anthony has been playing Guardians of the Galaxy for quite a while. Every time we check in, he'd be like, "Hey, I got a little farther into the game." And he was giving Mikey some grief about doing some of these easy achievement games. So Mikey. Well, he did what he did, and what did you do exactly?
I beat it that week, man. I forgot about that.
I don't even know how you did that in that time, so quickly. It's such a long game, and it's got collectibles.
Anthony, you're like me, and I struggle to get through games. It takes me a long time to really finish one, and then I have friends that are just like Mikey is, and it's just another level. This guy just kicked it into gear, and when he gets his focus on, he can burn through a game in 2 or 3 days, it seems like. It's really amazing. It really is incredible.
It's a great game. Did you like it, Mike? What do you think of it?
So what I said a couple weeks ago, it was my 2021 Game of the Year, and I don't even understand how it wasn't nominated.
It's brilliant. It's really good.
Yeah, it's
but I've still not finished it.
Because when I first started, and I don't know if anybody else out there felt this way. If you're so used to the Marvel movies, and you're so used to Guardians of the Galaxy, and you're used to Batista playing Drax, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, and you're so set in that way, when you jump into this game, it feels weird. I remember the first audio I heard of Groot, and I thought it was like a robot voice almost. It sounded off. and I put it down and I told myself I was going to come back to it. But then when we talked about it that one week, and I'm like, I'm just going to beat it. I fell in love with the characters. It's some of the best character development for characters you should already know. It still made you fall in love with them all over again.
And it's got good game mechanics as well. I thought, like, I enjoyed it. You know, it's such a long game, but it opens up slowly. You're still receiving. I mean, I don't even know where I am compared to the end. I must be near the end now, but I'm still getting new moves and new stuff given to me. And I feel like I'm right at the end of the game. I must be, and it's good.
Anthony's just like, I must be at the end, please.
I'm on my
please.
level.
Let this be the end. I've played those games, my man.
Have you met Fing Fang Foom yet?
Yes, and I've beat him.
Okay, you're on the
Close.
final stretch.
Yeah. That's how long Anthony's been playing this game, is he forgot where he's at. That's how long this has been going on for Anthony.
Experiencing it in real time, but I almost spent a month on Rogue Legacy 2.
Play the last 2 weeks, but it's happening. I'm going to finish it now. But to get the 1,000 now, congratulations! I mean, that's
It took 26 hours.
that's some.
I just looked it up.
50 days. It's insane.
So is it safe to assume Anthony's still playing this week Guardians of the Galaxy? That's what he's been playing?
You know what? I've been picking up the little things. I had to go on that chorus, which I really thought was great. Is it called chorus? Chorus. It looks like Charles with how it's written. And then I just had. What was the other one? That let me just check my. House Flipper. I tried House Flipper.
House Flipper.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people have really liked Chorus. That's a good game to mention.
I've had much time these last 2 weeks. I've had real life get in the way.
Mikey, I don't think we finished up what you were. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy, but what were you else playing?
So I played House Flipper, Umurangi Generation Special Edition. I think Grim recommended that to me. It's a photo game. I cleaned up 12 minutes.
Nice.
Gang Beasts. I'm my Deep Rock Galactic I'm now into with a couple buddies because I got it through Humble Bundle.
How are you liking that? That's like a buzz game. Everybody that plays it seems to like it quite a bit.
Well, I liked it quite a lot. Back in the day, I transferred my Steam save over, and I had the 500 mission achievement right away, but all my other achievements are borked now because it didn't count them. But I love the game. There's so much stuff in it now that I didn't see back in the day. They just kept adding it to it over the years. I played it a few years back in early access on Steam. And it's a fantastic game. If you like, you talk about a gameplay loop, there's one for you. And especially if you like their mission structure. There's some of them I get tired of. There's one mission where you have to build out pipelines from the central unit out to where you can get some fuel. And that gets tedious because you have to build the pipeline, play piece by piece to lay the foundation. And then you have to sit there at each foundation you laid and build the pipe out. So if you're solo, it takes forever. But the game I've been most pleased with lately, I'm playing Road 96.
Yes, I've heard that's a great one.
And I don't know if it's going to be like Dusk Falls, but it's a procedurally generated event game. A lot of the events are set in stone, so to speak, but they pop up randomly because the protagonist you play as multiple kids trying to get across the border of this country. So you play it from the perspective of the children that you pick, or the teenagers that you're trying to quote unquote save and get out of the country. And throughout all your playthroughs, decisions you do, just small little things that you do throughout the game add up to an ending, either good or bad. As far as I know, there's only 2. There might be more than that, but it's quite. It's more fun than I thought it would be. I originally dove into it because I'm like, all right, let's get some more achievements, but it's actually quite a lot, of fun. I'm gonna have to give it to it.
Yeah, I perceive it as kind of a Life is Strange, not a clone, but is it kind of in that same kind of vein, or?
So to speak. You're gonna get there right away. Road 96 is the border of the country you're in, and once you get there, because it's all first-person perspective, so you repeatedly go through these things as new children from different roads you come down but you always meet in the same area, and there's multiple ways to get across the border. But if you pick this one certain path every time, like you can spray paint on a wall to go out and vote for the new leader of the country. And when you come back with your second character, you can see what you spray painted on the wall. There's also like rock piles that you add to. Like there's an achievement to place 3 rocks up on in a row over the course of the game, and you can see that rock pile build. Or you can be a dick with one character and just knock them down. But all your efforts, all your decisions lead to the fate of the country, so to speak. So it's a political game, and they definitely lean one way.
I saw 2 criticisms, and one of
That's
it
cool.
was people freaking out. Oh no, politics, and how some people are, and maybe understandable. Maybe you play games to escape that kind of stuff, but I find some of those stories to be compelling myself. The other one I saw was that the voice acting was a little tinny. That's the word I kept seeing, and I'm not sure if it's an audio thing on those users' setup. Maybe it sounds weird in headphones or something, but I think that's something I can overlook for what sounds like some compelling gameplay. I really like the story. I didn't understand how that worked, and talking about the multiple characters and the different paths that you take. Or maybe
it doesn't
not different
explain
paths,
it to you at all. Because
yeah,
you go through
different
the first one,
experiences.
and then it's, oh wait, that was the game, and then it goes episode 2, and you pick from one of 3 teenagers. And you get to pick your starting money, how far away you are, and what you're currently doing. Like some characters could be stealing a car. They could be sitting on the side of the road trying to get picked up. They could be riding a bus. So you pick that character, and then they start from where they're at from what you picked.
Got it. Yeah, that sounds cool. Definitely on the list. And I don't know where I'm going after Rogue Legacy 2. I'm gonna have to decide soon because, like I said, I'm about through that. So, did we catch up with what everybody's playing? Did Anthony did, and Kevin, you didn't really tell us what you've been playing, did you?
I'm gonna be. I've been playing 2022's Game of the Year, Power Wash Simulator. Guys, this is such.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, so have I. That's why I'm
That
late to the
is-
show today.
Yeah, if you guys are like OCD or whatever, like it's seriously so much fun. Like I lost track of time, like on a few of these where I'm like, okay, I got to get this, and then like I got to clean this and like strategize everything, and then all of a sudden it's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and I'm like, oh my god, like I got to go to bed. It's so ridiculously simple, but it's just I don't know, it's fun for me. I don't know about you guys.
What's it like on the no? So somebody just posted a video on the sub actually of gameplay, and I was watching it, it made me feel sick. Like this guy's just like going left and right, just spraying and filling. I was like, oh man, there's no way I can play that.
So there's a couple things. One question for you: How are you cleaning? Do you clean by grids? Do you clean
Yes.
randomly? Okay.
No. So I section everything off and I move kind of like in a circle, and then I come up and clean the middle. So if that makes sense. So I move around the outside and come in.
My fiance, if she can hear me, cleans like a child and randomly sprays everywhere,
No, that's chaos.
and then comes back and cleans it up. But see, in real life though, she's the organized one. I'm the chaotic one. And I think it's just her let loose game. Like this is my inner chaos child.
She's like,
speaking
I
out.
can let it breathe here, like it can exist here.
Right. We got on the playground and she colored a line straight across the ground all the way to the other side. She power washed it. And for almost all the cleaning jobs, she uses a 0-degree nozzle.
No.
Oh, the
everything.
small one, right?
Right.
Yes.
That takes forever.
I know.
What do you
And
do,
so
man?
when she does the random sprays, it's zigzags.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
No, that's a specialized tool for certain situations, not for not for what she's
So
doing.
what, do you
so.
just sit with gritted teeth, Mike, watching that happen?
Oh yeah, well we're both playing on PC, so I can look over my shoulder and flick her in the head too when it's getting out of control, or I'll write out "You suck, stop cleaning this way" in like the driveway or something.
You're leaving notes.
Just
Oh,
wait till
man.
she gets the nozzle that spins. It's the 0-degree nozzle, but it like goes in circular motions.
Oh, we did just get it, and she
You
just
did?
went-
Okay.
She went, oh yeah. She's like a man growing. It was good.
It's like walking into the tool store, get a new wrench, and it's like, ew. That's
I was
great.
gonna
Yeah.
say, One
sorry, I
other
was
thing
gonna
I
say.
wanted to talk about that game. Sorry. Oh, go ahead. You
Oh
first.
no, I was just gonna say. Late, your garlic bread said yes. Power Wash Sim is the best. I concur. Go ahead,
This
Mikey.
is. Yep.
All I was gonna say is, so I have a question for people playing on Xbox. I'm playing on PC, but on
Mhm.
Xbox, the VSync was terrible. It felt very delayed control-wise. Is anybody else having that issue? Maybe I don't know
Mm.
if it was the TV I was on, because I wasn't on my OLED, but I was on an HD TV that doesn't have a ton of game input lag. It just felt very
Does it
clanky.
does it have VSync? Because I play on my monitor upstairs now. I used to play downstairs on the C1. Um,
Well, on
but
PC it was enabled by default, so I
okay,
disabled it. I always turn off VSync just for the best input latency.
okay.
Um, but it reminded me of trying to play Far Cry 4, and it felt very slow to respond to my controller. So I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but if they do, drop a comment, because I just want to know if it's something I was doing on the Xbox or what
A
was up with
very
that.
small delay can really change the feel of a game, and
Yeah.
like when playing the cloud games. There's certain genres that I will stay away from, but I gotta admit that that's changing. I was playing Rogue Legacy by cloud, and I was actually doing pretty well. I mean, your body kind of adjusts to the little bit of it. I press it, and there's like you notice a little bit of a gap, but once you adjust to it, it kind of becomes second nature. So. Yeah, those little delays, though, especially in a game like Power Washer, can make a big difference. So
Yeah. I do see you guys in the raising your hands. We will get to you. Let's move on to the next topic, I guess. You guys want to get spicy with it? You want to start off with talking about Skate? I can talk about the As Dusk Falls launch party last
um,
night.
let's get into that As Dusk Falls launch party, because I want to find out more about this game, and I know that
Okay.
Kevin's kind of like our man on the scene. He's over there in LA and gets to attend all these premieres. He was down at the Xbox Bethesda game show and all that awesome stuff. So he was fortunate enough this week to attend a premiere. Would that be the right term for it?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
launch party kind of thing that they did, that Xbox hosted, and Kind of Funny Crew. If you guys aren't follow Kind of Funny Crew, it was an awesome time last night. I just, first and foremost, I do want to say thank you to Xbox, Kind of Funny Crew, Caroline Mashal, Kelly Lombardi, all those guys. Thank you for the invite. It was so much fun going out there and being able to see actual, like we did like an hour gameplay where the whole audience participated and made choices on how the game would play out. There was overrides. It was just complete chaos, but it was so much fun watching it and just seeing the reaction. And it's in a game that makes you feel a lot of different emotions and gets you heavily involved. If you're not paying attention while you're playing, it can go sideways like that. It's such a high stress kind of situation that you end up getting in, or situations you end up getting in, at least for the first chapter.
And what was the
But
setup, Kev? Were you watching it in the cinema? I saw some photographs that you posted.
yes, so they rented out the Fonda Theater in LA. We went over there. They had like some snacks and stuff. They were doing like a podcast kind of show, a live show and everything like that for it. And they had some guests. Paris Lilly was there. He came out and talked. The CEO and creative director, Caroline Marshall. I hope I'm saying, they said it to like 5 times. I'm horrible with names. I'm so sorry. She was there. Kelly Lombardi was there. It's a few of the Xbox people and stuff like that. It was really cool. Jeff Rubenstein, he was there. Yeah, it was just all around just general fun, and they were just hosting. They were talking. They brought up like Caroline up there to talk about the game, and then we did like an hour-long gameplay of the first chapter where everybody in the audience got to play along. And if you're on Twitch, you can sync it up to Twitch. There'll be like #1, #2, #10, #11 or whatever. You get to choose the choices. And depending on that, you'll be able to see like all of a sudden, like my name, Korkenstein, popped up. I picked this choice. And then, you'll see how many people pick that choice next. And then whatever it is, you'll go with that choice. Or you can do an override and pick a different choice, if you're playing. So you have the ability to kind of curate the story how you want it, or see how much you want your viewers to participate with and stuff like that. So it was a generally overall cool experience.
I think that was the biggest question was like everybody watched this trailer at the game show, and then it came like 2 to 8 player multiplayer, and like you watch this trailer and you're like, how is that multiplayer? So that actually helps to fill in some of the questions I had about that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, we chose early on with Snowbike Mike. We chose early on chaos. We were instantly like, any choice that would make this go, that we thought would make it go sideways fast, is the choices that we made. And like, what a crazy experience. And then at the end, you like at the end of the chapter, you can see the branching storyline. So if we pick this, like, you don't get to see what it was, it's blank, but you do get to see like, oh man, if I made this choice, I could have gone on a totally different path. And another cool thing is, after everybody was talking, like Paris was talking, I think Kelly said too as well, like a few people, everyone said, no, my story was completely different. There was like 4 people up there, and all of them said that their stories went completely different ways than what we played. So it's something that has a lot of replayability, and it just seems like there's going to be so much depth to this game. And it's such. Go ahead.
Is the game exclusively played that way? Do you need to play it this way? Because it seems quite a niche, to the general gamer.
No, you could totally play it solo. You could play it solo, or you can. I just thought that, yeah, the multiplayer aspect was actually a very big shining moment, because especially with all of us, we were like, oh my god, like when certain things happened, like the whole crowd really got involved. Like it's such a unique experience. I can't really explain how it happened, but it was something very, like, it was magical. I'm not gonna lie. It was very magical on how everybody interacted with each other and how we were all talking and engaged. This is a game that I don't think you'll ever play. Like, you'll never play something like this. It's really very unique, and the art style is beautiful. I know some people aren't maybe big fans of it, but I thought it was absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it's a very unique game.
So maybe you touched on this. When you're playing multiplayer, are you in charge of another character's decisions uniquely, or how does that is it a vote-based system? I was a little.
Yeah. So if you're doing this on multiple games, so like they played where they had 4 of them playing co-op, and then they broadcasted it so the audience can play in.
Okay.
So when you play, there'll be 3 choices, and all of you can, if you're not playing with viewers, then whoever majority wins, but then you also have overrides. So I'm trying to think of something that so there's a very early on, you'll see this in the very first part of the game, where you're playing a game with the child in the story, and you have an option to cheat, or because you're trying to guess like what the colors are and stuff like that. So you can, like, let's say we're all 4 of us are playing. Me and Jay, we picked to cheat. You and Anthony picked the different options. You can override, like, let's say, because Jay and I are going to win the decision, but you can override and pick your option instead. You only get so many different overrides, or you can let the viewers choose if you're playing with somebody, and they can pick what they want, and then you can also override that. So how you want to curate the story is totally in control of who's playing. But if you're playing in a multiplayer, you guys either got to work together, or you can just make absolute chaos and just make the story branch off into different ways. It's like I said, it's very interactive, and it's extremely unique.
And it comes out
okay
Tuesday, in case anybody was wondering and thinking this is like far off or something. You will be able to play this in just a couple days and experience it for yourself, which is pretty gosh darn exciting to me. So it does look like a unique concept. I know that we watched the game show together, and when this trailer first popped up, we were just like, we were all like, huh? What? Who? Like, we just couldn't really wrap our heads around it. But as I've learned more about the game, it does sound like a really cool premise. And experiencing it like you did with a theater like that, like that's just that seems to be like you said it's an experience you probably won't forget, because that's truly unique, and being able to watch it with everybody like that must have been really fun. You kept saying choosing chaos though, man, and it's cracking me up. It reminds me when I recently played through the Stanley Parable, and I went through, and the very first time I played it, I was like, I did everything that they said in order, and my daughter grabbed that game, and she was like, nope, not doing that, not doing that, not doing that. Like, she totally went the opposite approach. So it's really funny in these kind of games, seeing people's natural kind of play styles, and kind of like Mikey was saying, with his fiance, who she got a little chaotic with the power washer. Well, my daughter's like a straight laced as can be too, so I think it was a fun chance for her to kind of choose paths that she wouldn't take in real life, and I think she's going to enjoy this game because she the way you described it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's completely up to you on how you want to play, or if you're a streamer. Like I said, I can see this being a really big hit with like people that have really like interactive communities, like even ours. Like I would love for us to stream, like all of us play and stream this on our YouTube channel with everybody. That could be a really fun game night. I think we can get most of the Reddit community involved in.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, this is something just after. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of lost for words because I've never played something like this to where it's so interactive and it makes you feel so many different things. It was a very unique, magical moment that we had in that theater. And I know some people are going to think that's corny or cheeseball or whatever, but no, it really is. And it's something that we should all play, I think.
I mean, it's not corny. If you think it's corny, I question. I don't know. You got to be able to let yourself cut loose sometimes, and you know, I love those experiences. I said I got to go to the Distant Worlds Final Fantasy concert earlier this week, and you know, it was magical to me. And some people, I tried to explain it to them. I'm like, yeah, we went and watched video game footage with video game music played by an orchestra. They'd be like, huh? But if you get it, you get it. So I'm glad that you had fun.
Yeah, if narrative games are your jam, this is going to be your game of the year instantly. Like it's so yeah, like I mean, it's going to be, it's pretty much like it's on rails to a certain extent. So depending on your choices will be the branching path, but it's just pretty much not necessarily point and click or like a walking simulator in a sense, but it's a very cinematic experience. So don't expect a lot of interactive, like picking up objects and things like that. I mean, you pick choices, but it's all pretty much straightforward like a movie, which is pretty cool too. So if that's your jam, like I said, some people might not like it. Narrative games really aren't their jam, like Edith Finch or The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, things like that. Those aren't your style. You might not be like this game, but I loved it. It's something that's very unique, so I have to play it.
So I have a question.
And you got free snacks.
I got free snacks.
So with the branching paths, because you got to see the tree, I assume. Is it very narrow in the beginning and it branches out towards the end?
Oh no.
Or is it like interlocked and you can come back to certain branches, it seems like, with different decisions? Like, do you fall back on the good path if you get too chaotic and then you can clean up, or how is it? Because I worry in the beginning choices will always be between one or three options to get to the later on content that will be so broad. Do you know anything about that based on looking on the tree?
So looking at the tree, there looks like there's fixed points in the timeline that will evolve. Sometimes there are certain options that look like to where there's like death is an option, and then the timeline just stops. Yeah. So yeah, it gets, and that was in the very first chapter. So you could pretty much, I think, like end the game in the first chapter from what I saw. I don't know too much about it. I mean, we went pretty off the rails on how we wanted to do this, and it was cool because there's certain things that come back. Like there's a moment with that cheating thing I was talking about that because of that outcome will play out down the line on what happens in another section of the game. So while there is some looping back and connecting, there are some branches that just go a different route. And like I said, I think death was one of them. Another cool thing is, let's say I looked on the timeline, I was looking at the buttons. I believe I saw where there's certain points where you can just go back and be like, replay from here. And you can start again and make a whole new chapter or change how you wanted to play that route. So
Cool.
yeah, it's very flexible on how you want to do it. Like I say, if you're a completionist, I think this is going to be a game that's going to take you a very long time. I mean, if you thought Guardians, Anthony, was going to take you a while, bud.
That's all he's worried about. He's thinking about the 1000 gig.
Well, yeah, 2024, Anthony's going to finish this game. So, But yeah, it's super interactive. It's very like how they did it. Like I said, thank you again. I can't stress enough. Thank you to Xbox and Kind of Funny crew for the invite and for always, like they said, it's a really cool event. If you guys are ever in LA, go to these if you can. Sign up for them. You usually have a really amazing time.
How did you get into these, Kev? Is it,
Usually through the back door, side doors.
Yeah.
Sneaks in
Well, I
into
mean,
laundry.
are these events that anyone can sign up to, or
Yeah, so this was something I saw on Kelly Lombardi and Kind of Funny's page, just to sign up, and I was like, I saw it like 3 hours later, and I was like, they're only doing 200 people. I was like, I probably missed my chance, but I signed up. Somehow I got in. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Just follow these people, like talk with the Xbox people. Like this is such an amazing community, and these guys, like, yeah, you think, like Aaron Greenberg, he talks to everybody. He's such a personable guy, and same with like Kelly and like Malik and just all these great people. They're very interactive and they want to talk to you, so talk to them, interact with them on Twitter, on any kind of social media space that they want to talk to you on. Like Twitter is probably the best one. They're very talkative. They want to talk to you. They want to engage with the community. It's like, that's what I love about the Xbox community and the Xbox company, is because they are the community. They want to make sure that they create this inclusive and diverse and welcoming space, and they do that perfectly. Like Josh Stein, great guy to talk to. All of them, just if they're posting, comment on their stuff, and I'm pretty sure they'll talk to you.
I don't want to go too hell corporate on them or anything, but they are very approachable, and I think they understand what butters the bread, and they're out here to build this community. We're a fan of this community. We're part of this community, and we are happy to be a part of it with them. If they were total pricks, I mean, and like they act like superstars and like they're unapproachable, I mean, that would turn a lot of people off. So I'm not saying that it's fake or anything. It's very much genuine, but I think that's the kind of people that Xbox has put in these important community-facing roles, is people that care about games, that care about the players, and to an extent care about our experience. It's not. It's always going to be about money. It's a business, but they also want to do it in a way that treats us fairly, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
And I do want to, respect their boundaries. Don't be total creeps about it and stuff like that.
That's an important side note,
don't send them anatomy pics via DMs looking for release date in Starfield.
Sliding into their DMs is not recommended. But
how dare you delay this game? And here's a picture. No, that's not the way to go.
we aren't that fan base, guys. So go ahead and talk with them if they're posting stuff publicly on Twitter. Interact, comment, talk to. Oh, I love this pic, and things like that. Like I said, they're very generous. I mean, even Phil Spencer, every fan fest, he goes out there and sits out there or stands out there for like 3 hours waiting just for people to, like, this huge long line of people, and he talks and interacts with them. I mean, he knows a lot of the fan fest people that go every year, or a lot of the community members, and it's a very welcoming community. If there's one person
that could probably just do the guns and take off, it'd be Phil Spencer. But the fact that he does take the time, that says a lot about his character, and it makes me happy to be in this camp as well. So I did want to kind of move on. We're a little over halfway probably through our runtime.
I was going to say, who's Darnaby's?
Oh, that's Zerabar.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, you had to put it together.
That's our new mod. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm like, wait, do we have a guest up here that we've just been ignoring for 15 minutes?
No, so
no, they're just a mod we've been ignoring for 15 minutes.
Okay. Go back to cleaning up the queue, guy.
I'll go back to it.
Yeah, welcome, bud. So for those that don't know, one of our newer mods, been with the Discord channel for a while now. You kind of want to just give like a quick little introduction just so people can, kind of put a voice to the name.
Yeah, I came onto the sub like a lot of people looking for Series X a couple years ago, which directed me to the Discord. And I ended up making a nice little family there on the partner Discord server that we have. A lot of friends. It's a great place to hang out. Took a break from that. My life kind of changed a bit, and I didn't have time to kind of help moderate any communities, and then decided to apply to come on to this team, and you guys graciously accepted me. And I'm really happy to be in the Xbox ecosystem again. I skipped the Xbox One. I had the 360. Then I kind of went to playing PlayStation primarily for a while. And then now I realized I should just have all the systems. My wife one day said, "Hey, you keep switching. Why don't you just get them all?"
What a
Mhm.
wife! What a wife!
A very wise wife.
Yes, yes. I get you. Should I get this one? Should I get that one? And buying and selling and trading. She goes, just keep them all.
Just
Yeah, I
love
have
it.
them all now and I play them all. But I have a real soft spot in my heart for my Xbox, and it's where I primarily game. And what I last played and finished was True Colors, Life is Strange True Colors, and just trying to finish the Cuphead DLC. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Nice. I
Awesome,
played
bub.
True Colors through, let's see, I got through the second chapter, and I actually got a little emotional toward the end of the second chapter in like a happy way. There's a real powerful scene there that I remember fondly, and then I stepped away from it. I was like, well, I don't want to feel those emotions right now, and I played something completely mindless and got the heck out of there. But I hope to go back and finish it. I found a much better story than Life is Strange 2, which I found very bleak and depressing, and that game I ran away from with no intention of going back. But True Colors I had a good time with, so that's a good playthrough if you like those narrative games.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So, Darnabis, just a heads up. Usually we have Grim take over the promo spot for Discord. So if you're still here with us at the end of the show, get your promo talk ready to hype up our Discord channel. Usually that's his job, but since he's missing
do.
for today, we're tagging you in.
You're gonna have to channel your past self,
All right.
but we think you can handle it. So
All right.
we're happy to have you up here.
Okay.
So I did want to get into the game sale this week, and we're
Yeah.
getting a lot of posts about what people are picking up from this. If you're not familiar, every summer, much like Steam, Xbox runs their own game sale. I'm not going to say it's as great as Steam's summer game sale because a lot of people really love that one, but they do have a huge selection of titles on sale right now, some up to 80 and 90%. I'm seeing a lot of people load up their baskets. I did want to kind of take my own angle at this a little bit. This used to be a really big event for me. Every summer I was like, here comes my wallet, what am I stocking up on? And I'm going to buy, like 30 or 40 games. And now with Game Pass, this is where it's kind of a double-edged sword for Microsoft. At least a gamer like me, I'm not going in there so heavy this year. I'm looking for those true gems, those things on my wish list that I've been really patient about. I think one that's jumping out at me right now is The Quarry. Really well-respected
what a sale
game.
for that one, like 30% off or something.
Yeah. So this is one of those $70 titles if you're not familiar. And right now for me, I'm not into the $70 title thing. It would have to be a really stellar game. I mean, if Starfield was the only way to play it, I would have probably dropped 70 on that. But fortunately, that's not the situation. But regardless, this is one of those $70 games that if you decided to be a patient gamer with, what'd you say, 30%, Mikey? I think that's right?
Yeah,
It's
it's on my short list for the game sale. So
yeah, I think it's like $47 right now. So you can. This is a more approachable price for me. I don't know why I'm freaking out over $20, but it is a really well-reviewed game and it looks really interesting to me. So definitely one that stood out. I know that the Resident Evil titles on there. All the games that usually go on sale are on sale. So there's going to be something for everyone. Did you guys pick anything up, or is there anything else that's kind of standing out to you right now?
Same as you, man. I'm like, the Game Pass. I've already got too many games. I'm like, and just the price. It's money really now. It's like you said, the value for me where I buy before. I just don't see it now. Like not long ago. This is gonna sound crazy. I was gonna buy Guardians of the Galaxy at full price and it dropped on Game Pass like 2 weeks later. I didn't buy it. I held off. Something happened and it didn't go through, and it dropped on Game Pass. And it's just I don't want to be stung, again. So
I don't know if I feel stung when that happens. It is kind of like bittersweet. You're just like, oh, all right, I guess I could have saved a few bucks, but
when Game Pass it's so good for me right now that I just don't feel the need to buy in this sale at this time. Which I just, like you say, what you just said, I've never felt that before.
I'm very impulsive. I used to scroll the store every week and that's on sale. I'll add that. Never play it, but my library needs to grow. It's a hungry beast.
It's funny you mentioned because Giraffe Guru 993 in the comments said I didn't I didn't like it when House Flipper got added to Game Pass. Spent $20 literally 2 weeks before it on it, and I'm like, yeah. So I replied as like, your sacrifice is appreciated. 'Cause that's
like-
usually how it is. You end up. That's how I look at it. You know, I mean, but also too, guys, if you really want to play a game, buy it. Support the devs, things like that. There's nothing here that I'm just like, I'm gonna wait till Game Pass. No, I really like this game. I'm gonna buy it. It's something I know I like. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of a little funny segue in.
No,
I mean, the
absolutely.
scale is huge, isn't it? There's so much stuff in this. I'm just going through it now. I'm sure achievements.
Oh, it's insane.
It's
Yeah,
massive.
it really is a massive sale. There's a lot of stuff that's there, and kind of on the heels of what Kevin was saying there. There's been Game Pass games that I played, and I'm just like, man, I enjoy this game. I want them to potentially consider a sequel. I want to support the developer, kind of like you were saying. For the King comes to mind. A little like tabletop, like just a weird little game I played on Game Pass and practically beat the thing. But then you know what? I'm just gonna buy that anyway and add it to my library after it left Game Pass and throw those devs a couple bucks. And I know they get Game Pass money too. And I'm not saying that this is something everybody should do, but I'm more than happy to. And when I find a game that was impactful to me that I want to support.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do this on the first try. Here we go. Moonglow Bay.
I knew it was coming right when you said it.
Yeah, Moonglow Bay.
Yeah,
all right,
10,
I did that the same thing for that. I bought it, because I played it on Game Pass and I was like, oh my god, I love this dev. I love their style. I love what they're trying to do. Here, take my money. And even though I got it, for free, I'm doing quotation marks if you guys are watching the YouTube video. I still want to support those devs, and yeah, it's yeah.
No, I'm just going through. I've got one heck of a list going already. Games that I want to buy personally. So I had Sekiro on Steam. I'm gonna get it on Xbox because I'm gonna get all the achievements for that. I want to get Phoenix Rising. That's been on my radar for a long time. It just got kind of mixed in with a whole ton of other stuff, and I never really took the bite. I think I might now.
That's the Ubisoft title, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The Quarry, I've heard nothing but good things for that game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on my list.
Yeah.
The Control Ultimate Edition, I know it was once on Game Pass, but I want to get that and all the DLC. And I've been waiting for this for months. We talked about Life is Strange. I want the remastered collection. I've been waiting to get that because I never got to play them. So I've been waiting for that remastered collection to go on sale, so I want to get that. But my recommendations outside of those that I've played, and I'm actually probably going to go back and play some of these again. Far Cry 6, if you guys like Far Cry, it's on sale. Super dope. That's my most generic one I'm going to recommend. Dragon's Dogma, absolutely fantastic RPG. Unfortunately, and it runs at 30 FPS. This is a title they tried to FPS boost, and they came out and said it just didn't work with the program on Twitter, so that's why it's stuck at 30. But if you want to see one of the most different RPG experiences, play Dragon's Dogma. You won't regret it. It's absolutely fantastic.
The second one just got announced too, right?
Yes. And that's why I'm telling people, like, if you play this, you will understand why people have been wanting a sequel for the last 10 years. It is a fantastic game. Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's on sale. If you like RPGs and you like grounded RPGs, pick that up.
Extremely grounded.
Extremely grounded. And also,
you can miss out on stuff because of like the time of day if you spend too long, things like that. That's what we mean by it. Just a little heads up. So sorry, Mikey, go ahead.
Fantastic game. And then my final recommendation, which is one of my all-time favorite games, Kingdoms of Amalur. Written by I think the background was written by Ari Salvatore.
Correct. Yep. No, you're right.
Okay. I think I messed that up last time and you corrected me too.
No, I had a best friend who was way into those books, so I'm very familiar with them.
And the company was shut down, but it's been picked up again, the IP. So buy that game, support it, so we get a sequel. Because honestly, out of any RPG I've ever had, and this is a flip between this game and Dragon's Dogma, I think Kingdoms of Amalur had the best combat system of any RPG I've ever played.
You just hit me with a little news. You said that somebody picked up the rights to that?
Yeah, because that's
Nice.
somebody picked it up, and that's why they did. I think it's called the Re-Reckoning. because it's Kingdom of Amalur: The Reckoning or something is the actual title. So they did the Re-Reckoning, which is a remastered version of it. And I think it has FPS. I'm pretty sure it runs at 60. I don't know if it runs at 4K. Little cartoony on the graphics, but honestly, it's the best combat I've ever played in an RPG. So those are Mikey's recommendations for the Ultimate Sale, and that's just the list I got through so far.
Let's give him a round of applause.
Yes,
Page
thank you.
19.
Awesome.
Other titles that are like a Yakuza series is on there. There's a lot of stuff, so it's worth going through yourself and taking a roll through the sales page. I just sorted my discount, and there's some fantastic deals.
If anyone missed out on Mad Max in last gen,
$5, great game.
It's
right
on the,
now.
well in the UK. I'm looking, it's $2.99.
Yeah.
Those are like, that is such like an underrated gem. But I mean, it's like every time, everybody always brings it up. Like every time there's like a great saying, Mad Max, Mad Max, Mad Max. It really is a very fun open world RPG kind of like style game.
It's currently on sale for less than a coffee.
Yeah, it's $5 US. You said what, £3 over there?
£3.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. So if you're looking for a cheapie, that's
Fantastic
one that
game.
stands out.
It's the best
I did
game Avalanche ever made, in my opinion.
I did see Sebastian Smits wanted to come up, but they put their hands down. If you still want to come up and talk, I can bring you up. Just go ahead and raise your hand again.
And
I figured we could start bringing some people up.
Yeah, that would be great. And if they have some things they want to share that's on sale too, I'd love to hear it. I want to. Last night I was on my PC. I'm kind of cleaning it up because I'm going on a road trip and installing new games. And I did not realize how large the Game Pass PC library is now. So. Just to kind of put this in perspective, I sorted games by achievement enabled. So these are just the games that are connected to the Xbox Live and that. And there are 300 titles, and those are the ones with achievements. And that's not including the EA Play stuff like Command & Conquer, the remake they did, all the EA stuff. You know, it's just such a huge library. So I still see this ad out there, and it's like Game Pass over 100 games, and I'm like, no, we need to step it up. It's Game Pass over like 500 games, man. This is mind-blowing. So I'm looking forward to getting on my PC and playing some of those titles that I love
Join
over there
me.
too. Yes, I'm joining Mikey finally.
I honestly
Sebastian.
hardly
Oh, go ahead.
ever. This is so strange to say. I hardly ever open Steam unless it's to play a game with a buddy that's dragging me into it. I just am sucked into the Xbox app. And not that it's an amazing experience, it could be improved, but there's just so many freaking games.
It's a huge library. It's insane.
Oh, it's massive. And when it first started, it was hot garbage. I'm not gonna lie. it was pretty bad. But the best thing about this app is even as games come off Game Pass on the PC app, they will go into the store. So Metro Exodus and all those titles, I still have to play through those, but I bought the collection of those when it went on sale in the Game Pass app, so I can get achievements for that. Like they'll stay there forever. They never leave the app. So it's a fantastic place. The only problem is sometimes modding can be a little difficult. But again, the app is not terrific, but so many games.
Really
so
strong
many.
point there. Yeah, Steam seemed like almost like nobody's ever going to play anything that's not on Steam at one point, and this cracked the door, but in an unconventional way. Xbox is doing their own thing here, and if you're buying Game Pass Ultimate, don't skimp out on that. Even if you have like a laptop, like a lot of these games can run just fine on laptop, and you're gonna find some fun in there. So we did bring up Sebastian. I can't see the rest of your name. It's truncated on my screen, but welcome to the stage.
Yeah, thanks for your patience, bud.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm driving my bicycle right now.
I hope
This
you're
is-
safe, bud.
This is a first. Oh God. I hear
Yeah. I'm going to the grocery shop, so I hope I survive.
Yeah,
What-
we want
we
you to
hope
be
you do
safe.
too.
So please be safe. That's the first thing that we're gonna say. But what do you want to talk about today?
Okay, like I'm not trolling right now. Okay, so I want to know, because I used to be a PlayStation player.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what are the benefits? Like, if I don't have any new generation console right now, why should I switch? Like, give me some good arguments.
So
Okay.
this is one of those things that's always kind of a weird question to me. I don't think anybody needs the Switch, and I will never try to be like, oh, Xbox, you need to come over here and play this, because PlayStation provides an amazing experience. Switch provides an amazing experience. So your fun is where you're going to find it. And I guess that helps me stay away from the console wars stuff. I mean, I am a huge Xbox fan, and if you want me to tell you what I love about Xbox, I can do that, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the right answer for you or any other gamer out there. We all have to look at the games that we love, and kind of make our decision. Now, if you listen to Zarabars earlier, he got everything, and that's one of the solutions. You can be like, man, I'm not going to miss any games. I want to play Final Fantasy, I want to play Halo, I want to play PC, and that's the way to go. But we've discussed this a lot on this show. What do you guys think is like a big selling point for you wanted to play primarily on Xbox? And I already know some of the answers, but hit us with them.
Do you want to go first, Cork?
Yeah, I could go.
We're both just ready, and on our cameras, we're like, oh, let us talk.
So for me, I don't see a point in upgrading to next gen unless you really want to right now. There's nothing that's true next gen exclusive. PlayStation 5 doesn't have it. I mean, Switch, not really next gen, but I mean, they still have great games. So if you like that style of game, go with the Switch. Like Foreman was saying, it's up to your preference. Me, I went Series X because Game Pass, and I love the Xbox ecosystem. I love the community, things like that. So that's why I did it. Even though Xbox doesn't have any true next gen experiences yet, I went with Xbox because of primarily because of Game Pass and because I was already invested into that ecosystem. I'll get a PS5 when they actually have PS5 only games. That's when I see the benefit of having that for me. I'm not as heavily invested in that. I do have a Switch, but that's mostly for when I travel, for work or for personal. But yeah, you don't have to upgrade, guys. Like, yeah, you want to upgrade, that's up to you, but do it because you want to play something. Do it because it makes you happy.
Yeah.
So
Mikey?
the benefits for me, I'm a big PC gamer, and this is no hidden thing. So the cross-platform ecosystem between Xbox and PC is fantastic.
Great point.
If you play both, and I always see people bring up, oh well, PC and PS5 is the perfect pair. Well, if I want to play all those games on Xbox, all those Xbox games, and all those the best third-party experience, but I want to play it from a couch, that's why I have an Xbox. I don't always want to sit at my desktop and play, so I like to play my favorite games on Xbox. And third-party games, and this isn't, some of them are better on PlayStation 5, but this is as per Digital Foundry. I can't remember his name, but he recently tweeted out that out of 8 titles or whatever, the majority of them in the last couple of years, they test better on Xbox. Xbox is a stronger performing platform hardware-wise. If it doesn't turn out that way, it's usually because PS5 was the lead development platform, and I've seen quite a few titles down the road later get patched for Xbox, and they actually perform better on Xbox later on. So if you want the best third-party definitive experience, technically it's on Xbox. So if that's something you're looking for, PlayStation has some of the best narrative exclusives in the genre, and they will never they'll never lose that title, in my opinion. Xbox, they're exclusive all over the board. They have the best racing experience. They're probably about to have the best RPG experience, especially between Obsidian and Bethesda. We're going to get absolutely hammered with them. And between 30 studios, they're going to start dropping some fantastic games. Some will bomb, some will be great. I have full confidence in Ninja Theory. If you go out and look at any of their Hellblade stuff or their Project Mara, they are the definitive graphic powerhouse studio in the industry right now. They just haven't released their next experience, but if you go out and look what they're doing with Project Mara, it's scary good. It's surrealism. It's reaching that area past the whatever valley. I can't remember what it's called.
The Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley. It's going past that.
Aside from that, Mike,
into something insane.
Aside from the actual gaming aspect of it, games aspect of it. Like I was always told when I was younger, go with your friends. Or if you've got friends that you game with, and you're gonna have the most fun where most of your friends are playing. That was a big deal.
No, that's very fair. We all
100%.
I had a group of I played Destiny and Destiny 2 every night for hours for like 2-3 years, with the same group of people, and we had a couple of friends who played on PlayStation, and I know we had like this incredible experience with Destiny that they missed out on, and I think that's a something to consider, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely is, and that's one of the great things about seeing crossplay become more of a thing. I still have a group of friends from high school, that they play NBA 2K every year, and they put a team together. They all 5 of them are out there on the court, and sounds like a ton of fun. And they're all on PlayStation. Unfortunately for me, this is still one of the games that hasn't dove in on crossplay yet. So I think this is a big generation for crossplay, and I think it's something that we're going to see continue to evolve as the generation goes on. And I hope by the time we get out the other side of it, that it's as common as any of the other features that we become accustomed to in gaming.
All right, Sebastian, did that answer your question, hopefully? And I hope you made it to the grocery store safe.
Yeah. Please unmute.
They're still online, so we're thinking they're okay. And it's a good question, and we can have these conversations and without getting all toxic like they often do. And that's one of the great things I enjoy about this platform, especially because when you're actually speaking and talking, it's a lot more different than a Reddit comment section where somebody always has to dive in and be like, "What Xbox?" and all this.
Yeah, I'm actually at the grocery shop right now.
Yeah, you okay though?
Yeah, I made it.
Did we answer that question for you though?
Yeah, I think like the point about Bethesda and Obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty good one, I guess, because Skyrim is one of my favorite games.
Yeah,
nice.
But
so
on the flip side, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so don't think that I'm not lusting over.
You just made Mikey's. You just made Mikey's world too. You can see him if you watch the YouTube video. He was fist pumping to your comments.
I was like, one of these points is gonna stick. I know it is.
You made him feel special. So thanks, Sebastian. We appreciate you coming on and stuff like that. Any final comments?
Wait, but since when is Final Fantasy PlayStation exclusive?
Well, not exclusive. Number 16, is that where we're up to on Final Fantasy? The next one will be exclusive to the PlayStation and the remake.
I think it's a timed
exclusive between Sony
and 7 remake, but
and Square Enix.
All right.
It's still timed, but Sony keeps throwing money at it, and I've actually heard this.
Okay.
Phil actually really wants to get 7 on the platform.
We hope you get an Xbox.
I've heard about that.
Same.
He wants it bad.
So
they want it. It's just Sony probably buying it out, because otherwise at this point it would be here if he wanted it so bad.
Well,
they're just re-upping that contract.
Yeah, back seeing terms and stuff that we're not privy to that obviously have forbidden it from being on Xbox to date. So we'll wait and see. But thanks so much again for coming up. Can you grab me some milk and maybe some bread? And no, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Sebastian. We appreciate you coming up, bud.
Make sure you use Mikey's affiliate code.
Wait, what?
When he's buying his Xbox.
Oh yeah, I should get an affiliate code. Finally make money from this.
You sold him, Mike. You sold that. It's your turn.
So I'm gonna start just throwing out headlines now, because we're rolling up on the hour mark here, and if you guys want to elaborate on any of these or get into them more, let's do that. There was a whole swath of news with Rockstar this week, and it's kind of multifaceted, but it's really all kind of the same thing. Basically, they're like, we need to work on Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, if you wanted to sum it up, that was kind of their take. So they're pulling development away from other projects that they've had going on. Red Dead Online is one of the first that we got news that maybe they're gonna kind of stop focusing on.
Did they ever focus on it?
No,
they never did.
No, the players were waiting, and I actually feel really bad for them, because they thought they were going to get a Grand Theft Auto online experience, and they got Zip.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I gave up on believing in Rockstar, honestly. And I think they gave up believing in themselves too, because they saw how horrible the GTA remakes were or whatever. And they realized, if we do half-ass stuff, we're not going to get as much money as we can.
Right.
So scrap everything.
They half-assed the trilogy, and they wonder why people didn't like it.
Yeah.
It came out in a mess. You release something like that. Have you seen Cyberpunk? You see what happened with that?
Nothing.
You released this beloved trilogy that used to sell millions, and you did a horrible job.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Rockstar.
I wouldn't even say half-assed. They like 1/10-assed that game.
And they canned the other remakes to focus on 6. Well, it's like if you were gonna remake it the same way you did the trilogy, good. Honestly, don't touch the original Red Dead and piss me off even more.
Yeah, just leave it.
Don't take that. GTA 5 was released in 2013.
Oh,
and They've just rode that game.
Yeah,
like,
Grand Theft Auto Online
been
was the worst thing to ever happen to single-player Rockstar games if you were a fan of
9
those,
years.
because they lost all incentive to develop new stories, and they just, I guess, go where the money is. It's hard to fault them, but at the same time, everybody is ready for a new Grand Theft Auto. It used to be something that we could count on pretty regularly, and as is the case with most of these big franchises, we're getting 5 and 10 years between releases now, and that's a long time, man.
I remember when it first came out, well, mid-cycle, and everyone was like, they're going to add to the map. There's going to be like, they're just going to expand the GTA 5 map. And, they're just not even, I don't know, 9-10 years is just a long time to be playing on that map if you're a GTA
Yeah.
fan. How much further can you go? How much, with that?
The modding experience kept it alive to a degree. Even though Rockstar hates them and will sue modders, the modding scene still somehow managed to break through and create things like the 5M and all that role-playing stuff. And Rockstar, you need to get on board with some stuff. Sorry, they're one of my most hated companies.
No, that's absolutely right. And I always it kind of makes me take a double take when companies kind of constrain the community that they're trying to build. You want your game everywhere, is the way I look at it. And I feel like Xbox is good at understanding this. You want people to be able to share your streams. You want people to be able to stream your content, unless you're Nintendo. And I go at Nintendo about this too. I'm like, boy, your games are huge, but why are you not letting your fans share them in every way possible that isn't really financially hurting you? Like, you want to make revenue on somebody's Twitch stream or something? Like, it's just a mind-blowing concept.
They used to ban people for single-player mods that didn't even touch online. They'd ban them. While you could go into online right now, and some guy will be shooting a minigun at you, and will just dump money, drop thousands of dollars on you every second. And those guys don't get banned. They'll put you in. I remember getting put into a little prison cell in the middle of a street for an hour.
You got put in jail, man.
That guy wasn't getting banned, but the guy that's using the Superman mod in single player is. Screw you, Rockstar.
Real Brian, welcome to the show.
Question? It's going to be a controversial question.
We got a lot of these.
Why do people enjoy Elden Ring?
No, I mean, okay. First of all, let me add to this.
I don't mean like why do you play it? I mean, why do you enjoy it?
Okay, hold on. So let's first acknowledge that Elden Ring has become a top 10 highest grossing game in U.S. history. So
it will probably be a game of the year too.
Holy crap! I didn't know that.
Oh, it's amazing. It's just, why do you enjoy it? It's horrible.
My daughter played through Elden Ring.
It makes you want to throw yourself off the fucking cliff.
Get good.
It's a challenge.
It's a terrible game. Like, in terms of, it makes you hate yourself.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna defer you to our resident Elden Lord, Mikey here. That's his jam right there. I'm kind of with you. I'm not a big Elden Ring fan, but Mikey is.
The whole Dark Souls, the whole Dark Souls thing. Like, why do people like it?
Mikey?
Because
why does anybody like anything? It's because
it hurts, man. It hurts.
So what? I'm gonna ask you, what kind of games do you generally play?
Well, I'm a casual gamer, man. I like Red Dead Redemption. I like GTA 5. I like Dishonored 2. I love it. Dishonored, I also like that one. All the Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, I'm just a casual gamer, I guess.
So what kind of difficulty do you put those games on?
Oh, I always put them on easy, man. I like to just cruise.
And there it is.
Through. I like to just cruise through.
Elden Ring is not a cruise experience. It's a game that constantly challenges you. But if
it hurts me. It hurts me.
Outside of a few experiences for me, honestly, it's one of the most fairly punishing games I think that exists. That whole genre, really.
I want to just throw my TV out the damn window.
Brian, I just want to chime in and say I played maybe 3 hours of Elden Ring, and I knew that I was not ready for that experience. That's all it was going to be too intense for me. I was going to get too angry at it. So instead I watched my daughter play it, who loved Elden Ring until the very end, and then decided that she did not like Elden Ring anymore. Because
maybe Mikey could explain.
Oh, he probably can.
Even on the simplest difficulty, like how do you enjoy, a game just that fucking hard?
It's
first of all, I don't like just walking through games. I don't like just walking there and an enemy shooting at me and I see my health bar ticking down 99%, 3 to 98% to I like something where it feels like I'm actually being challenged. That's my preferred experience. And if you don't enjoy that, Elden Ring and Dark Souls in general, you're probably gonna not find, unless you're probably not gonna like it.
It's the sense of accomplishment, right?
It's a sense of accomplishment game, and it's one of the ultimate sense of accomplished games out there, and that's what's so addicting to people about it. Because once you get it,
compare it to that's outside of the Dark Souls universe.
Nothing. It is an entirely unique experience, in my opinion.
So, well, I think I could do this for you. So you said you like Red Dead Redemption, right?
I love it.
So accumulate it to going through and visiting every spot, doing every quest, doing every side mission, doing pretty much like going through and 100%ing that game. That would be the sense of accomplishment for like
I'm not
one
a big
boss.
fan of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like Red Dead Redemption. 2 is a bit too much like real life. It's like, if I want to,
ride a horse, you'll go ride
there's
a
lot
horse.
of
I'll go get on a goddamn horse. It's sorry y'all for the language. I'm sorry.
Real Brian, I put in about.
You ain't gonna like power wash anyway.
I just checked the playtime. I put in like 226 hours into Elden Ring.
What?
I'm not that young of a guy. I'm not that good at games. Not like I used to be.
I'm 36-year-old man.
I'm a little bit past that, and I had never played a
Souls.
Getting close. I had never played a Souls-like game. I had tried Demon Souls for an hour. I never really gotten into them, and I tried with Elden Ring, and it stuck with me. It's definitely not for everybody. For me, it was a life-changing game, but it's definitely not for everybody. There's something about overcoming adversity and that feeling when something's really hard, but each time you die, you know that you almost made it. If you just try a little harder, you'll get there. And when you finally get it, for someone who likes that type of experience, it's almost cathartic. But it's definitely not for someone who doesn't like that punishing feeling followed with the sense of achievement that you overcame something real difficult.
I didn't know we had another resident Elden Lord in the house.
Dude,
I
was like, wow,
I
think I put 5.5 days in it when I 100%ed it and then stopped.
Last gen is it good for last gen?
No.
No,
not at all. When it launched, it barely ran correctly on the Series X and PS5. FromSoft is not the greatest optimizer of their games.
Okay.
It runs great now on Xbox and PlayStation, especially if you have VRR, variable refresh rate. But I will say, if you're buying it, is it on Xbox One and PS4?
Well, I still struggle with Cyberpunk with the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
So, I still struggle to get. I mean, look, I can overlook stuff because it's kind of fun, but it's just fair. Like, have y'all played I'm sure y'all have played Cyberpunk. The shit is just bare. Like, there's nothing there.
I mean,
if you play on Xbox One, yes.
Yeah.
It's a very different experience between Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC.
Really?
I'm playing an Xbox Series X, and the world is there. It's very
Oh.
very lifelike. On Xbox One, there is so much removed NPCs and such. It's scaled way down because they overpromised on that platform.
So, well, some of us are poor there, so
No,
Hey,
totally
that's
understandable.
not-
This is on them because they CD Projekt Red promised that game was going to look like that on the Xbox One, and then what they released was a dish rag in comparison to what they
if you
promised.
were to build a PC, a gaming PC from scratch, how much would it end up costing?
It would cost a fortune, and I want to say this: that the Xbox Series
I
S.
mean, in dollar amount.
If you want one that's comparable to an Xbox Series X right now, you could get one for under $1,000.
Yeah.
Now prices are going down. If you want a rig like what I game on, significantly more. I have a 3080. I'm always like last generation I had a 2080 Ti, and I will get the 4080 as well. But that's me. You could be the bleeding edge guy. You could be the guy that's always out there memeing going PC is superior. I don't even do that, and I'm a bleeding edge guy. I hate people that do that. I think people that
PC
do that are
master race.
D-bags. Because
What
wherever
does
you
your-
play is
what does
the
your rig cost?
my rig costs over $3,000. That's
So-
all I'll say.
Well, the graphics card itself is probably around
It's
1,000.
expensive.
Yeah, it's,
I
once
mean,
get
you
to
can
certain
see the secondary
components.
rig. If you look at the YouTube video, you can see my fiance's rig behind me. That was over
So
$2,000.
what I need to do is just rev up my engine, blow my engine, and sell my car, and then get me a.
If you're
Take out
on-
a second mortgage.
Right, if you're on the budget, the Xbox Series S was $250 last week on a Woot deal through Amazon Prime, and this is not the first time they've run it. And if you trade in your old system and get into that, you could probably be next gen 1080. The Xbox Series S does 1080 great for, I don't want to say not a lot of money, but it's much cheaper than looking at building a PC or even stepping up to the Series X.
Y'all are gonna think I'm funny because I'm talking about her as a gamer, but like, what the hell does Sasha Grey play on?
What?
I have no idea.
I think she's a streamer, and I don't know. I'm sure they have like the ultimate
yeah, they
you
probably
know,
got a bunch of stuff.
If
But
you're doing
Brian,
this professionally, you are investing money in it, hopefully, and playing on a
I
top
love-
rig.
I love our conversation, but we are running a little long. I know some of us have to wrap up the show, but we just wanted to say thanks for coming up.
No.
Please come join us again.
Yeah, join us again next week. We will have you on.
Yeah, come back.
No.
I'm sorry, bud, but yeah, we gotta definitely go. Thank you for coming up, man. We really do appreciate it. Love the convo.
Yes, we do
Um,
love you, and I want to say that, but we're getting to a point where some of us have to leave.
Yeah, we had some
Yeah.
great, interesting guests today, though. We had somebody that was driving on a bike to a grocery market.
Challenge
It's
us
just-
on which console to buy.
it's always fun. That's what I love about this is we don't know what you guys are going to bring at us. So next week
Brian
we
needs
will.
to download Guardians of the Galaxy. I think you'll like that.
that will. Hey, that's a bang for your buck game, and if you're on Game Pass, it's a real bang for
It's
your
on
buck
Game
game.
Pass.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for coming up. Like I said, sorry, we do have, like I said, it's Saturday. Some of us have some day drinking and partying to do. It's a Saturday.
I wish that's what I was doing, but I kind of to turn it over here. We know that we did miss last week. Midsummer is probably real busy for you. It's real busy for us too. We are still trying to do this weekly, so hopefully we will find you next week. Typically we have aimed for Friday nights. Right now that might bump around a little bit too. As we approach fall here, we will be on a much more steady schedule. We have some exciting things coming up, and I won't tip too much, but we have been talking to some developers of some highly anticipated games, and they might even join us on here to answer some of your questions directly. We're really excited where we can take this platform with you, and I just can't say enough about how much fun this is. I could really sit here and talk for another 4 hours about games. I could, but it's just one of those tales
honestly,
of the tape.
the last guest I could have talked to for quite a while. He was
Yeah,
fun.
same. Yeah, he was pretty fun. Thank you,
I want
Brian.
to say that again because I actually enjoyed that.
It's the best
Yeah.
when you just have those real conversations that you would, if you bumped into somebody on the street and we're talking about games and just hearing their takes on things. So I agree. I think those are the best guests. So let's see. Let's go around the horn here and kind of wrap it up. Kevin, why don't you kind of take us out?
Just happy gaming, y'all. Enjoy everything. Like I said, we got As Dusk Falls coming up, so definitely download that, play that if narrative things are your jam. As always, love each other, be respectful. Don't send anatomy pictures to devs because you're angry about delay. The usual, just have fun, enjoy yourselves, guys. Let's remember what gaming's all about. I love y'all.
Wow.
See, we have to go because Mikey's in a nuclear apocalypse, and
No,
he has to get to his
I think the
bunker.
vault is opening, guys. We can leave.
I'm on call, so I always have that on. It's my wake up notification
Okay.
in the
That's
middle
like
of the
my-
night because I don't wake up to normal text noises.
I
I was
don't
waiting
either.
to hear war. War never changes.
Yes.
There we go. Actually, speaking Darnaby's, do you want to do the quick promo?
Oh yeah, sure.
On the Discord, yeah, it's a great place to hang out, great place to talk. Tech support channel as well. Really cool people there that engage in trending channels for new games that come out. You can ask for tips, share screenshots, things like that. Highly recommend it. I think the link to the Discord is sticky right now
It is,
on
yeah.
the subreddit. So if you sort by hot or best, you should see it right at the top. So I encourage anyone who likes to chat and make friends real time on Discord to check it out. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mikey?
So I'm going to be playing a couple things. I'm going to be playing Microsoft Studios Skyrim. Sorry, I like to call it that. Skyrim Together Reborn released, and for people that don't know what that is the multiplayer mod.
New this week, right?
New this last week. Within a couple days, it hit 50,000 downloads. It's huge now. There's role-playing servers being created around this.
Oh, so much potential.
Yep. So me and a buddy, who's actually, I guess, never played Skyrim, past the first few missions, which is astounding to me because this is my Elden Ring partner. I'm going to teach him how to use Wabbajack, which is a modding tool, and we're going to download mod lists and use Skyrim Reborn and play multiplayer through it.
Nice.
And the other thing, besides my achievement hunting, Tuesday, I will be playtesting the new Modern Warfare.
Nice.
Yeah, I sneaked into a playtest session where they're actually going to pay me. Jokes on them. I bought the game 3 times because I'm a huge Call of Duty fan. So I get to playtest that, and I'll find out if I get to talk about it next week or not. I'm sure it's going to be an NDA, but
Yeah.
we'll see what I can say.
Jay?
Yeah, nice. So I'm actually taking off on a fishing trip, so I won't be gaming much the next few days, but I will still be gaming thanks to the power of xCloud and this great ecosystem that Xbox has built. I'm bringing my laptop and my phone and a controller, so at night in the hotel, I'll probably be finishing up a little Rogue Legacy and all that. And I'm excited this week to play as Dusk Falls until Dusk do us part. The game that Kevin is. I get confused of every other title that has Dusk in it, but that's going to be my new game to check out this week. So I'm excited for that as well.
Awesome. And Anthony?
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig. Okay, that's so very UK of you.
So I help out on the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I ain't going to say that. I'm not going to say that this week because I can't say it again because I'm going to. I've got a 5-year-old boy, and
That's a whole full-time job.
He's desperate to play Peppa Pig, so I downloaded it. I can't believe it's an enhanced only title.
I do help out on the Game Pass sub, and they themed the entire subreddit and Peppa Pig, just icons and graphics, and everybody was getting a pretty big kick out of that.
I'm trying to get him into gaming. He I know I've mentioned before we got this Lego Star Wars, but I'm just going to guide him through it and see if we can.
Oh, great place to start. And also Viva Pinata. It's a great game with kids.
Viva Pinata.
Yep. It's kind of funny because Peppa Pig, I think, actually has like a better user rating combined for like the last couple of CODs and everything like that. Like it's actually, I think, rated higher than some of these AAA titles, which is kind of funny.
It might be a case of people like knowing what they're getting. Like I want Peppa Pig, and they gave me Peppa Pig.
You can get I mean, like 2 hours, and it's not on me. You know?
I feel like I should send a picture of what I have installed on my computer. Peppa Pig and Adventure City Calls, which is a Paw Patrol game, are installed on my PC because I'm gonna get them for achievements. I did Race with Ryan,
that's where I thought this was
so Race with Ryan is if you guys want to play that, play it on Xbox, because on PC it runs at 12 FPS on a 3080.
Race with
I'm not
that?
even kidding.
Is Peppa Pig going to be your guys' next achievement race?
Yeah, it might be for them.
Okay,
I
well,
can't
I'll
wait
win
to
it
see.
today. Let's go.
You can get the 1000G in like 50 minutes or something. But
Oh, wow.
yeah. But Chorus, I'm gonna keep on Chorus. I really that really intrigued me, and I'll House Flipper as well. I'm gonna keep on that this week.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, I can't wait to catch up next week, and we'll try to maybe make Friday or Saturday again. We'll put it together, and we'll try to put up notice too if you want to join us live. Thanks again for everybody that's come in, and the guests we had today were fantastic, and I got quite a big kick of that. Thanks for joining us, Zero Bars or Darnabas. I don't know how to say your name on Reddit. I'm sorry. Darnibus?
Both are fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Darnabas. Yeah.
We have another Korkenstein situation. I'm kidding.
Oh, I know, right? It's a new guy.
It's been fun, guys. I will go slay some fish and play some games, and I can't wait to catch up
Yeah,
with you
we'll
next
do
week.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Happy
Yeah.
gaming, everybody.
You too. Bye.